This is the book we made last week, and I was calling it Archive Idea Book. It is going to store ideas, tips, tricks, and notes about junk journaling. But every time I was referencing to this book, I kept calling it by a name. So I think the book has spoken, and he wants to be called Archie. And right now, he needs some pockets. Welcome, it's Winnie from BellaSunshyn. I have about 4 to 5 different types of pockets I would like to add in our book. I know there's a lot of pockets out there that we can easily make, and you guys don't need tutorials for that. But I wanted to put something here that's going to be, to me, it's a bit unique. It's not something we see all the time, and we probably can't remember how to do it. So that's what I want to put in this book. The first one I want to make is this, which is inspired by Joie, and it actually has that one pocket, 2, 3, 4, and then when you glue this, you can have a 5 over here or up here. This is what we're going to be making. The first thing I would like to do is I just want to see where I would like to put a pocket. I think I had this one here, because with Joey's idea, she really wanted to use some big paper. And the one that I'm going to be using is from the same book, which is this. Let me just pick, we'll do this one. And this is really simple. Let's move Archie away. And here's what we need to do. And I did, I will be making like note cards so I can kind of remember where I got this idea from, and if there's any tips or notes that I want to make, I'm able to go ahead and reference that. So with this one, it's really simple. What you need to do is, we are just going to fold this in half. So if you have a lot of book pages that are big, this is the time to use it. I am just looking to see. I think I like the pink and the yellow. So we're just going to fold this in half, like this. And then you can use, now this paper is a pretty strong paper, so I don't need to double it up. But if you guys have a paper that's not that strong, you can either put a washi tape on the top, you know, like where this notch is, you can put a washi tape to kind of help it to make it sturdier. But like with this book page it's a little bit fragile, so I had to double that up. Let me find some book pages and I'm gonna try to find some colors to put here as our pocket. All right, here's my book page, and I found some colors, pink and yellow. So the first thing we need to do is I am going to fold this to double it, because this book page is not that strong. So wait a minute. First, actually, we need to figure out the size of the pocket. You want to make sure when you look for your book page that it's about the same length as your main pocket is. So, and then decide on, you'll have 3 pockets. So with this one, you just need maybe somewhere in between like that. Maybe. And then this one, for the pink one, I want it to be higher, so maybe something like this. So let me cut this off first. So this one, you want to be able to glue this all the way down here, or close to it, because you're going to have a pretty deep pocket. Maybe a little taller. Maybe here. And with this one, we want to go ahead and glue it. So I'm just going to use my glue stick. We have that. With this one, we would put this here, and then we would put this here. Now with this, you have an option of actually gluing or sewing. I don't have my sewing machine out, so I'm just gonna glue. But if you are going to sew, what you want to do is, because these paper are pretty thick, instead of putting this all the way down here, you might want to leave it off about like this, so that way you have enough room to sew over here. So you can just go ahead and put glue here, and then when you sew, you're going to sew this side with this, like that, so it's not so bulky on your machine. And over here you can tell that there's a lot of gaps, so that's not going to be a problem. And when you put this on as another pocket, you also want to do it where it's not going to hit your machine. You only want the machine to hit this page and this main page, and that's it. But for gluing, you can glue it all the way down there. So before we glue anything, the next thing is we need a pocket over here. And we can do the same color as that, or we can do a yellow one like this to go with that, which I think I like the pink. So we're gonna go with the pink, and all we're gonna do now is going to be, we wanna go ahead and put a little notch here. So I'm just gonna try, I want them to be all in the same place. So I am going to put them all together like this. And then I am using a 1.5. So now we have this, and what we want to do is I want to go ahead and corner this section and these, and maybe the book page. Once you have them corner, once you have them corner, what we want to go ahead and do is ink it. Now, of course, we don't have to ink this because it is just in the idea book. But I kind of want to still kind of make it look a little pretty. So I'm going to ink, and I will do that off camera. Okay, I got what I need to ink. So now we need to go ahead and glue. And with this one, we are gluing over down here and then on this side. Okay. Then with this one, what we want to do is go ahead and glue this. And we are going to glue, of course, at the bottom and then on the side. Then the next one we have is going to be the book page. So with this one, same thing. And then this one, you're gonna be maybe doing it that way. That's it. Simple enough. We have a pocket here, and of course here, and here, and then here. So now we just need to place it in our book right here. And And I want to make sure that I can do a pocket over here. So I am just gonna glue on this side. That is done. We have a pocket. I'm not really going to decorate it or make note cards for it because I think that might be another idea. So I'm just gonna leave it as a pocket. With this one though, what I'm gonna do with this one, because this is kind of like our template, maybe I can try to put it in here. That way, if I want to remember how to make this, I can pull this out and go, okay, I remember now. Or I can even put it inside here, but I'm just gonna put it right here for now. All right, the next pocket we will be doing is going to be this, which I'm calling it Gayle's Quilt. It is from Gayle. I don't know how to say her last name, but it starts with the letter A. Everybody know who Gayle is. And this idea came from her because a friend of her gave her a real quilt, a coaster quilt, and she noticed that on the coaster quilt there were like pockets. So it has a pocket over here, here, and then over here. So this is what we're going to be making. Let me go ahead and get my papers. To make Gayle's quilt, we'll need 4 different strips. I'm using a double-sided paper, so you would need to cut your strip 4.5 by 2 1/4. Again, that's 4.5 by 2 1/4. You need 4 of them. If you are going to use the quilt as a pocket, it's going to be the 5th one because you know there's 4. There's one here, 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 and over here. So if you want the whole quilt to be a pocket, to either go this way or on the side, or you can even do a tuck spot, then what you would need is a base to glue the backing of the quilt. So it makes it easier for you to insert your tags or note cards, whatever you're putting from behind. So your base needs to be 4.5 by 4.5. So it's just a square. And all we need to do is just check your paper, because with this one, there's a right way and a wrong way to place them. So with this one, we are placing like this. So I'm just going, here's my first strip, second strip, I'm going over this, and then I have to go under. So over and then under. So it would look like that. Then over here, which is this color, I am going under. Just not easy. Under, and then it's over. Then I can see my 4 design, and that's really what all you need to do. So Gayle uses some paper clip to kind of help with positioning them in. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we can probably easily glue it. I think it makes it easier if you definitely have 4 different designs. Because if you see all 4 of them, that means you did it right. Oh, you know what I forgot? Just FYI, before you start putting these together, you need to go ahead and probably ink it if you're going to ink it. And some of these I just want to ink because I want to be able to see the edges. I got them all inked and I have it placed on a paper clip. So now we're ready to glue it to the base. So with this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just, with this, you actually need to put a whole glue in there. So what I'm gonna do is maybe just do, I'm gonna use my 3-in-1 because I can at least move it. So we're going to put a dab of glue here, kind of on the foreside. Don't have to be that much. because I want to be able to take out the paper clip. I'm just trying to put everything on the base. I mean, I did have a hard time gluing my template one. So now what we need to do is, let me line this up, is we're just gonna lift, because this is not glue. So we are going to need to put a glue on this edge. My glue are not working with me today, and then on the top over here. I believe what Gayle does is she sews them. That probably makes it easier. Okay, so I put glue here and glue here. So the next one, we need to put glue over here and then over here. Then on this one, we need to put glue here and then over here. And then on this one, we need to put glue up here and then on this side. And they're glued together. And now with the base, I don't know if our base are on pretty good. No, we can just glue the edges on our base here. The next thing you need to do is put it in your book. So let's find a spot here. Let's see, we put a pocket on the first one, so let's try to do the second signature. Oh, I kind of like it here. Let's put it here. Yes. So with this one, I am only going to put my finger here, glue on this side, the bottom, and here. That's it. And if I just, you'll have, if you have some leftovers, you can actually cut them to fit in there. Let me see if I can, let me do that. All right, here's the tags that I made, and you are just wanting to put the tags in opposites to kind of show up over here, and then like that. There it is. And then this one, I think it's a little bit, but we can place it in there for now. And that is our second pocket. The next pocket I would like to do is this one, and this is created by E from Scrapbooking with Me, and I'm calling this pocket E's Unusual Secret. So this opens like this, and also here you can make it into a pocket if you wanted to. So when you take off this tag, this open, which is the secret, and you have a secret compartment here. So let's go ahead and make this. What I wanted to do first is I wanted to figure out what page I wanted to use in my journal, and I've already decided I wanted to use this page over here. And I did coffee dyed this page already because I wasn't liking the white, because the paper I wanted to use was this. And I also went ahead and coffee dyed this since it was pretty much white, and that way I won't accidentally ruin my pocket that I'm making for this page. You really only need the front cover to be the decorative piece. The back of it, you don't need to because you're actually going to glue this down. So you're not going to be able to see that. And when you open this, as you can see, we have writing paper in there. So it's whatever, if there was a design here, it's going to be covered up anyway. So instead of wasting paper, I'm just going to use a magazine as a base, which I've already cut it to the size I need. So whatever page you guys are using, just measure, figure out how big you want this pocket to be. So I'm gonna make this pretty big. It's gonna be like this. So there's our base. Then we will need a paper, which I think I cut a piece already. And so I have this piece, and I want this piece to be as long as this base where the fold is, because I want to be able to double this up. And once this is double, it's a pretty sturdy, pretty strong pocket, and it's going to be okay putting stuff inside here. I could make it a little bit smaller, but let's just leave it at that. Okay, so we have our paper like this. And so what I need to do is I need to go ahead and glue this. All right, so I have mine glued, and I know you guys can see the edging here. Don't worry, I think I'm gonna cut this off a little bit. So I have it glued, and now what we need to do is work on this section here. So with this one, we are needing the same size as your base, like this. And we are going to glue this. But before we do that, actually, we can do that. So you glue this tip. I'm gonna use my 3-in-1 just because I need to be able to maneuver the page before it dries. Normally I would just do a glue stick, but since I want to make sure they line up, and it's important that we line them up, you need a glue that's going to give you a couple of seconds to be able to move the paper without destroying it. All right, so once you have the top glued, then you can kind of figure out where to fold. So we're just going to fold this paper. Then once you have that, then we do it this way. So this one, oh, it doesn't look like, it's not giving us a whole lot of pages. Like this one gave us 1, 2, 3 section, and then a little small one. So maybe we need to attach more paper. Let me get another one of this. Okay, so I just glued another piece of paper there to kind of extend our page. So it looks like this right now. And I just used my ruler to do a rip here. And what we need to do is we need to go ahead, because over here, this is supposed to be a pocket. We need to go ahead and put our little, what do you call it? Notch or whatever it's called. So I'm just gonna do a little one here. Like that. Oh, it's not center, but that's okay. Then what we need to do is we have this, I guess I'm calling it the cover. And you wanna have a little bit of like a 1/2 inch lip, so we can glue this easy onto the base. And what I probably want to do like let's corner it so it's a lot easier to glue, like this. See here. So before we glue that, we need to go ahead and figure out where we need to cut. So we want to be slightly above our pocket, so it has a chance to open. So if I was, let's do our measurement. So I'm just gonna go slightly like right here. So here's our top, and we got a pretty good opening here. So now we just need to go ahead and cut our base right here. So I'm just gonna measure. All right, so we have our pieces cut. So now we need to go ahead and glue it. So we're gonna put glue over here. So when this flips over, it flips like that. Okay. Then we can go ahead and glue this. We're gluing this piece to we're just gonna put a little bit of glue here and here. I'm gonna have to do some trimming here. All right, so I went ahead and trimmed this the best that I could. It was a bit difficult because it's a very thick paper, especially over here. So with this one, you need to make sure that this pocket here, that you glue it all the way. So that's what I have right now, so that's glue. Now we are ready to go ahead and glue this on the side over here. We could ink this if we need to. So what we need to do is just do a bead of glue. Sorry, Moon. Okay, let's see. All right, and then here, I think what I want to do is, do we want to corner this? Let's take a look what it looks like in the book. Oh, Moon, I'm running out of space. I think I'm gonna leave it and not corner it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we corner it? It does look nice being cornered, doesn't it? So with this one, the question we need is going to be, do we want it to be a pocket to go on the top, or do we want it on the side? I think the big one we made, this was on the side already, so maybe we should make it to the top. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it to the top. So with this one, we are gonna glue from the corner. This corner, and here. Well, not corner, this side, and that side. Are we pretty much, oh, I guess we just need to ink it. So let me go ahead and do that. So I have everything inked and ready to be glued. So now I'm just gonna use this to put it on the pocket over here to kind of keep this closed for right now. And that's all I need to do. And this pocket is done. It looks like we're not gonna have time to do another pocket, so I'm just gonna put our template in here and leave it at that. But before I let you guys go, there is one more pocket I want to show you guys, and this is going to be something really quick and easy. You'll need a Chipotle bag, or you can do a Sprouts bag, you know, like our grocery bag, paper bag that they give you for free. And what we're doing is we are just going to cut along this side. So now you have two pieces, this one and this one. Then what you need to do is just go ahead and open this up. Now you have this open. Depending on your paper, take the one that has a decor piece that you like, which I like this part. What you want to do with this is that measure your book to make sure that you're able to put it in whatever journal you're going to put it in. Then all you do is make a couple of lines, and I'm just going with anywhere on the page. Just make a rectangle to do a hole. So I'm going to do a hole here, and then I'm going to do a hole maybe, you know, here. Like that. So you'll have something like this. You have a pocket over here and here and at the very top. So what you're going to do next would be you're going to cut this piece, then whatever size you want it to. So if this was cut, then you just glue this edge to this page, right? And once you have that, you'll have this left over, and you can do whatever you want with this. So the way I had mine is I made another pocket over here, and I glued in the middle, on the top, and at the bottom. So there's a pocket here and a pocket here. A very simple pocket to do to add on to your journal. And of course, I want to put this in our the elastic cord pages, so don't forget to put your knot because it's going to be tall. So I'm just going to be placing it in here. Just lift up the rest of the page. Oops. And we're just going to stick this right in here. There it is. Then we can place some writing paper in here. This is just a regular notebook paper that I dyed with coffee. Place it in here, or you can place it in here, just like that. Now for the fun part, you have this left over, and I'm sure you guys seen pockets with this one, but with this one I didn't do anything to this. You just open it up and you have all that space. So what I did, I have all these scraps that I'm using for Archie, and Moon likes to play with my paper. So with this one, I just open it, I have all my scraps, and Moon can't get to it. I thought this is such a great idea. I can always put them together, and that way I know where all my scraps is. So it's a little easy storage for your scrap for the book that you are working. Just a quick recap. We did this pocket over here, and we also did our second pocket. Then of course the third pocket, we did this, and the extra, we have this one here, and then this one over here, and we have this storage paper bag. I will do part 2. I'll come up with more pockets and do the 4th and 5th one that I had in mind. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.